Hey YouTube, coming at you with a Summer Cup team submitted by Baylor Corvette here. Says name is Chris, and they say, "Hey Dan, long time viewer, first time submitters. Love the channel. I started the day with cradily lead and belly bolt of virizion in the back, but I was running into a ton of bad leads and went 1-4. I switched my team up to skeledirge lead, cradily virizion in the back, and had a ton of solid leads. This team ended up going 18-2 and took my elo from low 2100s to mid 2300s. So I guess I should add the elo in as we're starting to get to those elo numbers here. But yeah, so double grass team. So fire double grass team. I kind of mentioned this in other videos. I think that ABB style teams work way better in limited cups when there's only like 20 to 25 Pokemon you need to build for. So being able to pull one of those Pokemon out with your first Pokemon in the back and then punishing it with your front and then having your second row free, I think that actually plays a lot better in limited cups than open. That being said, cradily is half rock, so you don't need to draw out a fire to a certain extent, right? Because you do have Rock Tomb, Acid Rock Tomb, which can deal with a lot of the other fires in this meta. But you sort of need to pull it out to a certain extent, but let's see how these play out. So skeledirge and Fortress, so that's a fantastic lead. They are W to fire. They're going to instant swap into something. That something is a Golisopod. So going to come in with your cradily. This is a Shadow Claw Golisopod. So the fast move is not doing super effective and lower stab damage too, non-stab damage. So nice for cradily. Do get off the Rock Tomb. They do shield. You did shield the first one up. X-Scissor is super effective, but it obviously will not one-shot. Not even close. And we get to the second Rock Tomb. You know what? They get to a third move here, but that's okay. You'll still live, having lowered their attack already once. Live that. They could shield and flip switch if they really want to, which they may want to, honestly. If I were them, I would fight. See, I don't agree with not fighting there. You could easily shield and take it into 2v1. You know you have a Fortress, which is absolutely useless, and you have a Feraligatr, which would dominate skeledirge. That, like, to me, people ask, like, when do you fight for switch? That is a prime example of when you fight for switch. You have a lead which you're double weak to. You have a Pokemon in the back, Water, which covers that weakness, and you can very easily switch because your opponent had 1 HP. You just commit the 2v1 shield. For me, that's an easy flip there. Instead, we have a Virizion here on the Feraligatr, and they have nowhere to go. Yeah. So Typhlosion lead. Gonna probably just play this one out. Going Torch Song, they do catch on the Feraligatr. So interesting catch. Obviously going to come in with the Virizion. You could throw here. It still seemed pretty fast for an Ice Beam. But maybe, yeah, so that was just a Hydro. I was about to say, you could throw the Leaf Blade before they get to an Ice Beam if you really want to put some pressure on them, but just holding off there. Going to get eventually Leaf Blade now. They come in with Galvantula. And I mean, you don't have anything for it here. And Galvantula is weak to fire, so that kind of makes sense. They're going to throw a move. Anything, X-Scissor is only neutral because fighting resists. Or lunge, I guess, say is neutral. Just going to go into here. I kind of like that going into there immediately. You have Rock Tomb, which will hit super effective against Galvantula and Typhlosion. And being able to just not have them farm up a bunch, I think is valuable. This double shield, that I'm a little less on side with. I don't love the double shield there. They do shield back here. You're going to get to another one. So maybe force that second shield, but yeah, I guess they're worried about their Galvantula seeing this. So just going to commit that shield, that double shield there. Do get off Blast Burn. We'll take you out. Going to try and catch. Nope. Just going to take a Blast Burn. It's going to hurt a lot. And lucky for you, they do. I mean, maybe not lucky. You're probably counting, but they do not have any move coming out of this. Rock Tomb will one-shot. And still pretty close for that matchup. Good lead here against Ferrothorn. You weren't joking. You have a lot of good leads here. Going straight for the Leaf Blade will be super effective. They are just straight water Pokemon. Is super effective. Does not take out. If it is an Ice Beam, that could be pretty devastating. So going to shield up. Oh, just make. Does this thing have Ice Beam? Sorry, I forget if it even has Ice Beam. They just go Mega Horn, which is the neutral move. that they normally do run with, and they shield. Would Megahorn even take you out? Megahorn's only neutral because it's resisted on the fighter. Yeah, so it doesn't take you out. Eventually get into Virizion here. So I think, sorry, not Virizion, Tentacruel. I think you just have to stay in this matchup to align here. They do come in Ferrothorn and aware that was coming. Got the Sacred Sword off, out instant swap, Incinerate down. Yeah, this game's over. So yeah, you've definitely had some good alignments so far in these matchups. So we'll see how it goes if you get less good leads. And that is not one of them. So another good lead. They're going to instant swap, this time into Belly Bolt. Going to come in with Cradily where the electric moves are resisted. Right? So they will boost their attack or defense, but these moves are just resisted. And if you... going straight Grass Knot, interesting. Not worried about the either non-stab Sucker Punches. I guess my only concern is if you're not going to be able to take them out with 2 Grass Knots anyways, why don't you just lower their attack so these Sucker Punches aren't doing as much. I know we're not worried about the charge moves, but these Sucker Punches are adding up. They eventually give up Switch, seeing if we can get to the Stone Edge here, or sorry, Rock Tomb, which we can. So that's nice. This will lower the attack and probably grab a shield. Now we're going to instant swap here. We're going to shield, just respect it, or yeah, I'm going to respect the potential Shadow Ball coming back the other way. They do just boost their attack back, which is unfortunate. And getting to another move here, so I'm going to commit the shield. Worried about the back to normal Shadow Ball here. So getting to the Shadow Ball yourself, this will take out. I was going to say, they may just let it go. They did grab both shields from you in that scenario, only to come in with Virizion, so that is rough. Yeah, this meta's pretty small. So Torch Song grabbing a shield. Are they going to try and catch here? Or maybe they can get to a Stone Edge. It's only like 5 double kicks to get to a Stone Edge. And it is a Stone Edge. Not enough to take out though, unfortunately. They do catch on the Belly Bolts, but at what cost here? Oh, I guess they have enough health left. That catch probably was correct. But gonna come in here. You have full health. I don't even think 2 Sacred Swords take you out from this range. And they've already thrown Stone Edge, so now they're showing the Leaf Blade, and they have absolutely nothing for Virizion. Rock resisted on fighting. Grass resisted on grass. And there is nothing that they can do in this matchup here. Okay, Pidgeot, they get out into Swampert, so easily come in with Virizion. Again, the only problem is you got to throw it right away. I like this. I always say, like, if they're not going to throw, you force that shield if they want to stay in here. And then get to Sludge, and Sludge will be super effective, but it will not one-shot, but going to just match shields anyways. They will get to another Sludge before you get to move. You know what? Yeah, it's a CMP here. Just on the timing, it's 10 versus 8 or 9, I guess I should say. 18 versus 20. So fast move timing dependent on how much extra energy goes through. I'm surprised you double shielded. Going into the Cradily, maybe reading a double water, like a double water team and wanting to save Virizion. They just let it go on Pidgeot. Maybe a Brave Bird and Bale. We'll have to see what's in the back. It is a Brave Bird. And I'm guessing in the back is a water Pokemon or something because they do not want any part of that. Golisopod. So if it's Fury Cutter, it's not the worst, but gonna not even allow them to see instant swapping. Get met with Skeledirge. Now Skeledirge will take Super Effective from Rock Tomb, but also resists the Acid. So although this may get it to 50%, will not one-shot, and the Acids aren't going to do enough. They do shield. I think with the lowered attack, you'll probably live anything. They do just boost it right back with Torch Song. So we're going to get to another Rock Tomb here. They decide to double shield early here, which is interesting. Now you are at a move, you're like basically at a Rock Tomb, but they are at a move as well. Gonna let it go. They just tried Torch Song again and not enough. So living that, getting off a third Rock Tomb, not enough to take out, but still damage is done. They are net single down here. boosted twice, nerfed 3 times, so I'm going to go Shadow Ball. Going to respect it. I don't know. Can they even get to... Yeah, going to shield up again. A potential Shadow Ball. It is a Shadow Ball, shielded. Have energy. Glycopod comes back in, but if this thing has Aqua Jet... Going to instant swap here. Do you have Stone Edge on this thing now? Or did I just go blind there for a second? No, just Leaf Blade. Unfortunately, get hit with a Tentacruel where the double kick is resisted. Leaf Blade is neutral, but it's going to take minimum 3. So here comes the second one. Yeah, you might even need a double kick here, but they're going to throw Sludge Wave, Ice Beam, or whatever Blizzard would take out. Scald will not. Going to instant swap. They will have a Scald. Probably not enough to take out from this range, and the poison is resisted, so you, Farm Down will be a little aggressive. Going to Torch Song this. Hope it's enough to take it out, or actually hope it's not enough to take it out and get to an Incinerate down here. Yeah, that's the best case scenario. Not enough to take out. One Incinerate takes out, gets to a Torch Song here, able to throw a resisted move at that, 1 HP left, and able to take it out with an Incinerate. That's pretty big there. Bad lead, bad swap here. So tough lead against Blastoise, swapped into Cradily, met with the Scizor, resisting the acids, neutral on these Rock Tombs, going to shield because Scizor is pretty glassy, especially the Shadow. So gonna go Trailblaze here. I'm pretty sure they can take 1 Rock Tomb. They're gonna get to a Night Slash before and make you make a decision. I would just let this go and come and Incinerate down. And that's what we're going to do. Incinerate is double... Ooh, crap. And you're going to have to shield. So that second Incinerate does not count. This is a 3 times boosted Night Slash on a Ghost Pokemon. So yeah, 100% you have to shield. Getting to the Shadow Ball on the Blastoise here. Instant swap. What's in the back? Tapu Koko, which is electric. And that electric is being resisted by the grass. So pretty good in the back end here. Leaf Blade does over 50%, which means this should take out. And that 3 versus 4 turn moves coming in clutch there. I assume it has some sort of fairy type move and you are fighting, so going to respect it. It is just a Thunderbolt. Going to just go straight Leaf Blade. Don't know what they're... Again, if you knew what the counts were, 1 double kick and then a Leaf Blade would have been ideal, but... Not knowing the counts, just going to get to the Leaf Blade to take this out. Speaking about taking out, it looks like they have legged out or something. And here we go. What are you doing? Got to throw the move. Very risky in these situations. Because I have had it before where my opponent has like legged out or top lefted or whatever. And I've thrown a move and my game just stalled. And I could not finish the battle. And I lost. So... Using that situation to just farm down, but understand you can just I'd say 90. I'd say like 45. No, probably like 49 out of 50 times. If you throw a move, it's going to be okay. But that 1 out of 50 burns your soul. Okay. Oranguru is in. Going to stay in against the Cradily. Confusion's already up. They're going to get to, what, another Trailblaze or Foul Play. Not enough to take out. Going to get to another Grass Knot. Grass Knot is a better damage per energy move than Rock Tomb. So not quite enough to take out, but the Acid is, so able to flip switch there. And Drampa comes back in. Drampa, I don't know how to say it. Either way, it's going to get hit with the Rock Tomb. They do let it go. Virizion's going to come in and eat this because Double Kick is super effective. And Incinerate is resisted, so... I assume this will hit hard. I don't know. I assume. It is a fly because, you know, a normal dragon... I guess dragons do fly. But, yeah, normal dragon hitting you with the fly. Leaf Blade grabs a shield and now up a shield against Heliolisk. Just try and Torch Song your way through this. Especially when they are boosting their defense with Parabolic Charge. So... Boosted defense, please meet boosted attack. And gonna shield up the next move too. Have to go Torch Song. Shadow Ball is double resisted on the Ghost. Sorry, nope. Shadow Ball Ghost is double resisted on the normal typing. So get the move off. They do get one move off. If it's a parabolic charge, you may live this. And you do live this. Deep Red, but you live. Missed what was on the lead, but they save swapped Cradily and top left. Okay. This is why I did not edit that part, because that was weird. Okay. Great game. Oh, great 5-0. Love it when that happens. Okay. Shadowvic into skeledirge. They get into Cradily. Again, going to be met with Virizion. Everything's resisted, right? Rock Tomb and it looks like they're running Bullet Seed too. So this is all sorts of brutal for them. At least Acid would have been super effective, but Rock Tomb, Grass Knot resisted, Bullet Seed resisted. So you can just take these moves with ease here. Now, you still may want to throw, even though you could farm, because you just don't want to be like super lowered in the attack here. And they live with 1 HP because they did lower your attack anyways. And gonna stay in with this matchup. Worried that there may be a better answer to, so we don't have a good, so people may be wondering, like, why are we staying in? Why are we getting farmed down? Why are we throwing lowered attack resisted moves? Oh, come on, man. You can't do that. Okay. You got to make a decision either way. The logic for staying in there is they could, if they're weak to fire on the front, they could have a better answer in the back. They came with Cradily as a safe swap. They could have a better answer in the back to skeledirge. What you can't do is what you just did, and that was stay in long enough, let them farm, dump all your resisted energy, and then give up switch anyways. If you're going to give up switch, just give it up at the beginning as soon as you can, as opposed to dumping all that energy, or just stay in and go down and keep alignment. Cannot do the mix there. So now we have a Cradily and a Shadow Vic. Gonna shield up a move just to make sure we lower their attack first before we take a move here. But they have back-to-back, so that is not happening. They're gonna get to a Leaf Blade. Cradily is a level like 50. Actually, they said, I think they said it was level 50 and Best Buddy, so this is probably level 51. Take it out. Belly Bolt's gonna come in. I don't know why Belly Bolt is coming. I mean, I know why it's coming in, but yeah, Belly Bolt's got nothing to do there. Skeledirge, Lapras, gonna give up switch immediately. They do not get out. Ice Beam would be super effective, and this could be an Ice Beam, and it is. So we're gonna commit that shield. Rock Tomb and Grass Knot are both super effective, so might as well just lower their attack and do super effective damage. They do let it go. Eventually just giving up switch here. But it is a Skeledirge, so here's your second Pokemon weak to rock. This will be super effective. They've already... No, they have not burnt a shield yet, so I'm going to let that go too. Interesting. Lowered attack, this should not take out. And going to get to a move here. This will grab a shield or take out. Let's see what they decide to do. Do decide to shield it, so we grabbed the one shield back there. This will take you out, but that's fine. Oh, did they undercharge hoping to... Holy smokes. I don't know if I love that. They undercharged hoping to get some extra farm on you, but left way too much health. And now they had to burn that shield on Lapras, which is such a waste of a shield. They threw pretty fast, which felt almost blind. It is a nice beam. Super effective. Getting to the Leaf Blade. This will take out because they just burnt that other shield. Gonna look like an instant swap here. Gonna have to shield up a potential Shadow Ball. Can you incinerate down before? Yeah, and the answer is yes, and they top left. Okay, so I mean, I've used all three of these Pokemon already, just not on the same team. I guess it makes sense. Like I already talked about in the double fire team, how strong fire is. Cradily is a very good safe swap, and Virizion. I said use it with Stone Edge just because of how much fire there is in this meta. there's a significant amount of skeledirge and Typhlosion in this meta right now. So I would personally use some sort of rock type move on Virizion. But if you're going to be an ABB style team and one of your grass in the back is a half rock and has a rock type move, I guess you can get away with just using the Sacred Star Leaf Blade. Those moves, as you can see, 9s come very quick and do a good amount of damage. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for submitting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.